Hello everyone, welcome you all in my YouTube channel. I am Dr. Mohammad Sirajul Akfaizi, Assistant Professor, Department of Chemistry, LS College, Muzaffarpur. Today in this video I am going to explain about single crystal X-ray diffractions. Previously I already made 3 videos on the basis of single crystal diffraction of X-rays. If you want to see, then go back and see it. So let us start with the single crystal diffraction of X-ray today with instruments. You see here, this is light up when shutter is open, this portion, and this is the sign of X-ray. Molybdenum X-ray tube, this one. Graphite monochromator, this is. Collimator attenuates X-ray beam diameter, this one. Here is your sample on goniometer. This is goniometer. For adjustment there is a lot of key here. This is CCD detector, and beam stop. This is beam stop. So this is molybdenum or copper sources. If you have molybdenum, then lambda is equal to 0.7107. If you have copper, then lambda is equal to 1.5418 angstrom. So this is monochromator, collimator. Here is your sample, and there is angle theta, phi, omega, and this is your diffractions pattern you see here, and this is your crystal. You see this crystal is here, and amorphous is look like that. And if you have the single crystal, then diffraction pattern should be like that. If it is not like that, means you have not good crystal. Garbage in, garbage out, that is very important. You have to develop good crystal so that you will get the good data, and then you can publish. If you don't do that, and if you have not good crystal, then a lot of time you have to spend on one crystals. So be careful. Your structure refinement will only be as good as the data that you collect. So if your data collection is not good, you have not mounted crystal, you don't have the good crystal, you don't have the good diffraction pattern, so you will face the problem. 4 things to consider: your crystal, your instruments. Low temperature data is always good. So good crystal, you can try to grow it. Your instruments, always you collect data at low temperature. How you collect your data? Just operator knows better. You just instruct the operator, please collect my data properly. How you treat your data post collections. Choosing a crystal. Upcoming lecture on crystal growth. In next I will discuss about the crystal growth. Okay, good crystals. Worth spending time carefully looking for the best possible crystal using a polarized microscope. There is a microscope for looking at good crystals. Limitation: crystal that dissolve readily and not amenable to prolonged examinations. Sometimes your crystal destroyed. So always keep your crystal in the solvent. Don't remove the solvent or from the crystals. The best crystal may not be representative of the bulk sample. A small crystal means a small crystal, if it is good, if it is in the solvent, then it will easily diffract well. Crystal mounting, next part. Normally, crystals are selected to be smaller than the diameter of the beam. That is important part. Smaller than the diameter of the beam. Have you seen the beam? So your crystal size and their diameter is smaller than the beam of to ensure a constant volume of irradiation pattern. So that is part of for the operator Okay, they will choose the small crystals. Crystal can be cut to size. If you have the blade, then you cut it with some practice. You need for practice for cutting, and operator knows well how to cut. If you have the experience, then you will also know. Critically examine a few initial images. Then crystal mounting, other considerations, tools for the mounting, where actual mounts, IL, epoxy, UV curing. You just add IL or epoxy so that it is stuck to the goniometer. Data collection, temperature, low temperature 100K to minimize the thermal vibration. That is important part. Most of the crystals operator, they are XRD operator, they are collecting at low room temperature, and data, if data is not good, then you cannot publish. So friends, always collect data at low temperature to minimize the thermal vibration. Constant temperature, even if collections close to the room temperature, use of a low temperature device to maintain a constant temperature throughout the experiment. So that is also part. In between, if your chiller is not working, you are not collecting properly, then there is a problem. You see the crystals. This is the blue one, red. You see the crystal, single crystal, single crystal, single crystal, single crystal, single crystal, single crystal, single. This is the crystal mount. So mount it properly, and how crystal is attaching through the epoxy or iron. So experimental geometry, you see the beam and 2D detector. You have the theta, phi, omega, 3 angles. You have the collimator, you have X-ray beam, Eulerian geometry, kappa geometry. This is already I have shown you. This is the 3, 2 theta, omega, phi. So this is the goniometer, is a theta, omega. So single crystal X-ray diffractions, the diffraction pattern does not depend on translations, but does rotate if the lattice is rotated. Nothing is here. So instrumental optimization, regular maintenance is correctly aligned. If it is not correctly aligned, this is not fault. You have grown a good crystal, but your crystal is not aligned properly, you will not get the good data. How do you know? A stable test crystal that is regularly collected with the comparison to previous research. When a doubt about your own instrument, recollect the test crystal. You see, now here is nothing. Now you can see here a lot of spot. So data collection strategy, maximum resolutions. Reflection intensities are generally weaker at higher resolutions, but high angle data contains important structural information. High angle data, this is your beam, and high angle data is important. IUCR generally recommends a minimum resolutions. Your resolution should be minimum 0.54 angstrom. So reflection intensity are generally weaker at higher resolutions. Higher resolutions it is weaker, but high angles data contains importance. You see this high and this is the low, but large angles. This you see near to beam and this is line. How does this relate to Bragg's law? So you see the column. The acta crystal standard for 2 theta collection is a minimum cutoff of 53 degree. Why do you think that is? Solution: imply Bragg law with lambda is equal to 0.7107 angstrom molybdenum alpha radiation and theta is 26.5 degree. So d is equal to lambda by 2 sin theta. Lambda is here 2 sin and theta value is 26.5 degree. 0.7107 angstrom 2 into 0.4462. This is the value of sine to 6.5 degree. Then you will get 0.803 angstrom. The normal range of XH bond is 0.80. You see, 0.95 angstrom. At 53 degree, these separations can be resolved. So excess bond you can dissolve. You can see here 2 theta 70 degree lambda is equal to 0.7107 angstrom. Old protein structure, no distinct atomic positions can be identified. Now 1.0 angstrom, 2 theta is equal to 41.6 degree. You see, lambda is equal to 0.7107 angstrom. A small molecule solution possible. Refinement of atomic positions will have large association error. You see, 2 theta is equal to 50.7 degree. Lambda is equal to 0.7107 angstrom. See the previous example. This should lead to be publishable results. So from here to here, what you increase? 2 theta value here. So friend, hope this video will be helpful to you. If you like this video, then subscribe my channel, and thanks for watching.